The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the March 14th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email, send it off to steve@tfnn.com. And that subject heading, please put radio show question and please send it off early. And of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we begin ourselves with a bit of a rally out there, a rally that is likely to hold. You've got the Dow up 500 points, the S&P's up 90, NASDAQ is 389, Russell's up 40, transports are up 116, semis are up 127, NASDAQ's up 361, New York Stock Exchange up 245. You got gold that's trading up 450 at 29.95, silver's up 3 cents, 34.33. The print is there. Light sweet crude is up 48 cents, printed out at 67.03. We're going to try to figure out what all this means. If we take a look at the chart here on Apple, you can see Apple, you can see the A to B equals CD pattern to downside. It's attained its 1-to-1 price objective. That needs a bullish reversal candle on a daily time frame to confirm a bottom. Short of that, price will head lower. Head lower to where? The next lower target is really between 186.85 and 198.23. That is the buy zone or the sell zone. Was the old sell zone of the monthly time frame chart for Apple, which does have a TD9 count and Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. So longer term, I think that is where Apple is headed to. And we take a look at the rally. It does have, you're looking at the 30-minute chart, very right-hand bottom panel, you'll see a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. You'll see it was confirmed twice now with two different bullish reversal candles. Heck, Apple's not even been able to clear its profile resistance level at 212. That's the number one instrument inside the NDX 100. If it can't clear that, you ought to see a rally up towards the 216.84 level. What's really going on here? What should we really be watching? That's a great question. What I'm watching right now is the 240-minute time frame charts. The question is, can price take out those resistance levels, top of their profiles? And I'm specifically looking at it for the NQ and the ES Mini. If we open up this chart here and we take a look at since the high formed, what we don't see here is we do not see price closing above the top of any profile for a 240-minute time frame. This new profile that formed late last night, but it was basically at about the same levels. The only thing that really shifted, slightly moved to the upside, a slight move to the downside, and the center of the profile. Now, when a profile wraps around the prior profile, oftentimes that leads to a sideways consolidation. So we are nearing the top of that profile. That's up at the 19,653 area. If price can close above 19,653 on a 4-hour basis, this candle here closes at 2 p.m., then we should at least make a rally up towards at least the swing high at 10 o'clock in the morning back on the 12th, and that high is at 19,788. If we take a look at the ES Mini, it's doing the same thing. It has been unable to close above any 240-minute profile, so it's going to be doing that test as we speak. Now, this again is a 4-hour time frame chart. This bar closed at 2 p.m. It's going to take on profile resistance at 56.21. If sellers are lurking on Friday, this is where they're sitting inside the ES Mini in the NQ. So we're going to find out, you'll find out between now and certainly 2 p.m. out there as price approaches those areas. If price is able to close above that, what does that mean, Stevie? So that's a great question. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually leave this chart open because we'll probably go back and take a look at it. So first what I'll do is we'll come over and take a look at the daily equity future contracts. Now here, you'll see different A to B equals CD patterns that I've drawn in here. These aren't really the normal, what I would say. These are more forced A to B equals CD patterns, but I can kind of justify it. So we've got that going for all 4 of these. Now, they each would need a bullish reversal candle to confirm a bottom. Well, right now we've got a bull sash candle on the ES Mini. We've got a bull sash candle on the NQ. We've got a bull sash candle on the Russell 2000. I've skipped over the Dow because it's got a TD9 count bottom pattern. So that's going to complete today. What that suggests, in all cases, if we do get those bottom signals, what that would then suggest is we should get a rally up towards the oscillator and change lines. For the ES Mini, that rally would take us up towards 56.93. In the NQ, it would be 19,921. However, it's going to need to clear the center of that profile. That's at 19,733. In the case of the Dow, attempting to form a new profile now. Support 49.56. The center's at 42.449 and the top at 43.196. The oscillator and change line is its target. The Dow equity future contract should be able to make a run for the 42.083-ish area. And inside the Russell 2000, it would be the 2045 level. So speaking of the Russell 2000, we've got a question. Let's kind of integrate some questions that have come in about the market. And the first one coming in from Brent in Martinez, California. And what Brent wanted to do is, let me see, where did I set this up? Did I set it up here? It didn't set it up there. Shoot, give me a second here. See, I thought I had set something up. Pretty sure that I did. And now what I can't, might be right here. Okay, perfect. So these are basically 3 instruments to track the Russell 2000. You've got the actual cash indice on the left chart. The center chart is the Russell 2000 equity future contract, and the right-hand side is the IWM. And Brent has most interest in the IWM and the Russell 2000 equity future contract. But we've got them both, all of them having the same pattern. So the Russell 2000, the level you'd be watching to the upside would be 2044. If price is able to close above that, you should see a further rally. In the case of the Russell 2000 equity future contract, you've got a new profile that's forming. 1998.50 is support. Resistance is at the 2089.60 level. The center is right about where we're about to trade into. That price point is at 2037.50. We're trading right now at 2034.90. So at 2045 is a key resistance level. That's its oscillator and change line. So that's what we see going on from a daily standpoint out there. If we close this set of charts out, free up some space, what we're going to do now is we're going to go over and take a look at the Russell 2000 equity future contract from an intraday standpoint. So give me just a moment. We'll get those charts up on our screen. I believe it is here, right here. And it was the NQ because I was looking at that before the show came on. I'm going to get this set up, take a look at the Russell 2000 equity future contract intraday charts. So we're going to look at NVIDIA, Marvell, Rigatoni, RGTI, Tiger, and Wix. Of course, I'd love to hear from you as well. Steve at TFNN.com or any ping inside the Tiger stand. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. At 2038 is where we've got the resistance level basically for the 240-minute time frame chart. We are trading at 2038 right now. So you've got the Russell 2000 equity future contract taking on a resistance level on its shorter-term time frames, Brent. I don't have any kind of a topping pattern or signal, so price should be able to get through this area. The next resistance level you'll be looking at is 2046.60. That's the top of the 5-hour time frame chart. It's also about where the oscillator and change line for the daily time frame is trading. If price can clear that, then you'll be looking for a move up to 2089.60. That is the top of the new profile that's attempting to form. And again, we won't have confirmation of that profile until Sunday evening. So, Brett, hope that helps you out with regard to the different A to B equals CD down patterns for the Russell, and as well as an outlook for what to be watching for looking at the Russell 2000 equity future contract. Tom G wants to take a look at the NVIDIA, interested where that is headed to, as many others inside the Tiger's Den and our community. And NVIDIA is now trade above the center of its bullish structured profile. So that is a bullish outcome. And that would suggest that NVIDIA might want to rally up to the top of the profile, Tom, and that level's at 135.74. The reason that now there's an A to B equals CD pattern that we have drawn in here. There was it hasn't completed the 1-to-1 level, so I'm going to kind of just disregard that. If we take a look at, so one question would be, is it possible that NVIDIA's bottom? And the answer to that question, it is absolutely possible. And the reason why it's absolutely possible is because if we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, you'll see that price found support at the bottom of its profile. So a TD9 count top took price back to support. That's what really a top is supposed to do, is take price back to support. If support holds, then boom, you're on your way to the upside. What we like to see, especially to confirm those things, like on a weekly chart, is some kind of daily bottom pattern. We don't have that in the case of NVIDIA. But we do have NVIDIA trading inside a bullish structured profile and now above the center line. That adds to the idea of a rally towards the 135.74 level. The other reason why it's possible, it's too early, it's only the 14th, but as of the 14th, the TD9 count top inside of NVIDIA did find support at the bottom of its profile, and that's at 109.42. Those are the two reasons why it's very possible that NVIDIA has bottomed right here, right now, and really about 4 days ago. So, Tom, I hope that helps you out. That's the overall look as we speak right now. Thanks so much for writing in. Duncan, inside the Tigers Den, wants to take a look at Marvell. MRVL is a ticker symbol. As we take a look at it, what do we see here? I see a profile that formed 2 days ago. You have support at 66.57. You have profile resistance at 78.27. On a rally, the oscillator and change line is likely to act as resistance. That's at 73.51. I do not see any kind of a bottom signal here. I can visualize an A to B equals CD pattern like a 1 to 2, but that still doesn't matter. It hasn't formed a bottom pattern. Marvell on a weekly basis has an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. It would need a bullish reversal candle to confirm a bottom. We are trading below profile. We are trading below its oscillator and change line, and we are trading below its breakout level. That says that what price might want to do is make its way down to 60.62. 60.62 happens to be the bottom of its monthly profile out there, and the monthly does have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. So that's what I see with regard to Marvell. It's just a consolidation with inside its daily profile. Certainly its monthly profile does not look like to Stevie that it's done to the downside, so you're just getting a little bit of a relief rally most likely. Let's go take a look at RGTI. Also another request from Dunk, and see what this is doing. It's trading out at 1078 or so, having a beautiful, stellar day, and trading above. So you've got a profile change in trend on the daily time frame. So that's its bottom pattern. I don't even need to go back to see if it formed anything else out there. I closed above it. This is going to be session number 3 in a row. So its upside price target for the daily time frame, Duncan, is at 1385. Now, the weekly time frame is traded above profile resistance and is likely targeting its oscillator and change line, and that's at 1155. So the only way you get to 1385 is closing above the green oscillator and change line on the weekly time frame. If it does that, you're very likely to get that move to 1385. But on the monthly time frame, not really enough data. It has a profile, the bottom of which is at 274, and the top is at 2142 out there. But I'd be paying attention to the daily and the weekly. They both look good. The rally should continue, and I hope that helped you out. Thanks so much for both of those requests out there. Dan inside the Tigers Den wants to take a look at ticker symbol TIGR. So let's pull that up, see what we've got going out here. This is consolidating with inside its daily profile. Your support zone, because it's a bullish structured profile, Dan, is between 682 and 719. It is traded above its green oscillator and change line. That's a bullish condition, bullish structured profile. Price ought to make a run for 793. I know your question is, do I see in my charts the ability to get to 1385? So the first step is I see it getting to 793. A close above 793, the top of its profile, would then tell you that your next battle is at 822. 822 happens to be the top of the weekly profile. Your resistance on this daily move is going to be about the 775 area. That is the current oscillator and change line on the weekly time frame. Kind of really close enough to 793, so I think it'd get to the 793. Do you take that out? I don't know. Can you take out 822? In order to get to that 1385-ish level, you've got to take out that 822 level. If we do that, then what you'd really be looking for is you'd be looking for a price to go target this weekly dark cloud cover candle from February 21st out there. That level is 933. The high is 933. A close above that would trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That's how I would see you getting up towards that level. On a monthly time frame, you're trading above all resistance levels out here. So it's really about the daily and the weekly. I didn't get you up into that 13 area just yet because this has all these other battles. But you can see the possibility of making that move. So I hope that helped you out, and thanks so much for writing in as always. Hector and Patty want to take a look at ticker symbol WIX. So let's go see what WIX is doing out here. WIX formed a TD9 count bottom pattern yesterday, so that's a beautiful thing. You've got a new profile that formed yesterday as well. Hector and Patty, what price should do is go target 180.37-ish. That's the oscillator and change line, and that is red. And that's something that you want to see price close above. If that's all that happens is we get let's say a 2-day day counter trend rally move to there. It just says caution even with a daily TD9 count bottom. Now where the caution is really coming out to us is really from the weekly and the monthly time frame charts. So yes, the daily's got a nice bottom pattern, the weekly not so much. In fact, the weekly chart is suggesting that it may over time want to pull back to its breakout level at 118.79 out there. Maybe there's a new profile that will form. Maybe there's some type of bullish reversal candle that would form. If that were to take place on the bullish reversal candle, you'd get a Gartley buy pattern for the weekly time frame. On a monthly basis, Wicks top with a TD9 count pattern. Price right now is inside its profile, which had formed below price when that pattern formed. And normally, that's a very bullish message. It's still a bullish message, but it closed, as long as price remains below 181.61, not good news. It could be signaling a move to the 148 to 159 level. But in the short term, you ought to at least get a rally to the 180.29-ish area. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, traversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs? Trade wars? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are March 14th and 28th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Let's get to these requests. This one coming in from ELO inside the Tiger's Den. And ELO wants to take a look at the GLD. And we're going to do that, ELO, but we're also going to go take a look at the gold contract because this is really the underlying instrument for the gold contract. What we can see out here on a daily time frame is GLD has no topping pattern whatsoever. It has a topping signal, which is that Rhodes momentum indicator black diagonal line. That requires a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. The weekly time frame will negate a TD9 count top this week. That's under the assumption that price closed above 272.32 out there. If it does that, negates that signal and says it wants to move higher. But at the same time, and on a monthly basis, we're going to go ahead and confirm a TD9 count top, and that's going to be in the month of March, and that pattern will be completed in April. So how do you interpret these? I would interpret these charts as that the monthly top is not in. You're in TD, it's going to extend itself, and that's how I would read the GLD charts. Do we get the same read from the gold contract charts? I don't know. Let's go find out. In the case of the gold contract, yesterday it negated its Rhodes momentum indicator top, only bar number 3. It's got that Rhodes momentum indicator signal. So the answer there is yes. But on the weekly time frame, we have a different message. The weekly time frame is going to go ahead and complete a TD9 count top today. So that pattern is in place out there. The GLD, it was negating a TD9 count top. Which one is correct? This is the one that's correct out here. On a monthly time frame, you'll also see that we're in bar number 9. So what's that say? So first of all, we are at new all-time highs today in just some of the major currencies. We were at the new all-time high. It's on my black background system. I don't have that fired up right now. My recollection is that we made new all-time highs today in Aussie dollars so far, in the Chinese yuan, might have the Canadian loonie. Those 3 for sure. I'm not sure about the euro, the yen, and the pound, but I don't think the answer is that we made new all-time highs there. In Middle Eastern currencies, we're at new all-time highs all over the place, which has me kind of shaking my head. It seems like it's a powder keg over there. Of course, you didn't need Stevie to say it's a powder keg over there. Just wondering whether that's telling us something. In any event, with regard to gold, if we do get a bearish reversal candle on the daily time frame, we're going to have 3 distinct topping patterns. The kind that could be associated with a pretty significant top out there. So just be right now it's dancing in the streets, and maybe that dance is going to continue out there. It'll continue, but if that daily chart generates a topping pattern out here, it maybe look out to the downside out there. So that's what's going on. We take a look at gold as well as the GLD. Thanks so much for the request. Let's go take a CFLT. This is for Duncan Steve inside the Tiger's Den. CFLT trading out at 26.75. It has a buy the D point bottom form 4 days ago with that bull sash candle. 2 days ago, you had a bullish structured profile form. We are above the center of that profile at 25.41. So it ought to make a move up towards the top of the profile. On its way, it's going to run into resistance around 27.92. That's a daily oscillator and change line. Clearing that would then take you to the top of the profile at 31.73. The weekly chart, Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price remains below profile support. It closed below it last week. It's tested and it's rejected that level this week, it being 27.23. A close below 27.23 this week says that longer term or intermediate term, price wants to move down to its breakout level around 18.61. Well, we ain't getting 1861 unless we get a close below 2201, the bottom of that monthly profile. And as you can see, CFLT has been consolidating sideways between those profile levels since July of 2023, basically between the level of 22 to 39. Nice gain if you were at the 22. But that's all it's doing. It's just a sideways consolidation. That is CFLT, so hope that helps you out. The next request coming in from GTE is to take a look at ticker symbol BY, DDF out here. So this is going to go target its TD9 count top. This formed a TD9 count top back on the trading day of February 26th. That was a swing point high as well, and that had volume there of 83,000 shares. So pretty thinly traded instrument. You're trading with 94,000 shares this morning, and you are inside that swing point. What I mean by being inside that swing point, the bottom of that swing point is at 49.75. You close inside there with volume. It says you're going to go test the high. You close below it. It says you get at least a retest of the low. Right now, it looks like it wants to go test that high. Now, on a weekly basis, price is right up against a resistance point. That resistance point is at 49.98. That's the top of its profile. Yes, we're trading at 50.03. So watch 49.98. A close above that would be a good thing out there, and also add to the idea of going back and retesting inside. Now, on a weekly basis, the swing point had volume on February 28th of 763,000 shares. We're coming in on a weekly chart, lighter volume, 484. So you're up, so resistance there. The monthly chart is bullish. Only thing that would change that would be some type of bearish reversal candle out there. So that's what's going on. We take a BYDDF. Next question is about the spot VIX. And the spot, let me pull over to this. And the question is from John C. in the Tiger's Den. And John has noted, rightfully so, that the spot VIX right now is trading lower by, how do I properly say this? It is trading, it is more than a negative 10% one-day rate of change, right? So what happens if the rate of change is minus 10% or less than minus 10%? That is a trigger that's referred to as an initiation to higher price move. That would then be suggesting to us, John, that we should see at least a further rally out there. And that further rally, in each case, heading up towards a resistance level. On our chart, as an example right now that we're looking at, because we have both the VIX on the right side and the New York Stock Exchange on the left, the New York Stock Exchange is confirming a TD9 count bottom pattern, should rally up towards 19,380-ish. That's its red oscillator and change line. If it gets above that, that would be nice. Now, you've got the New York Stock Exchange working off its oversold condition. It finished at the minus 150 level of its advanced decline oscillator yesterday. What I would expect or anticipate with regard to the spot VIX index is that it would target its 50-day exponential moving average, and that's down at the 1939 level out there. The confirmation, another confirmation of all that's going to be those 240-minute time frame charts that we took a look at. Let's just refresh our memory on that. Let's pull those up here, and we take a look at those charts where the ES and the NQ are still just really tackling the top of those profiles out there. And for the NQ, that level's 19,652, and for the ES, it's at 5621 out there. And that's going to be important to take a look at as you come into the 2 p.m. hour. That's when those candles finish for those time frames out there. So I hope that answered your question with regard to the one-day rate of change below minus 10% or less than minus 10% out there. You get that. That's an initiation move to higher price. McGuppy inside the Tigers Den wants to look at VST and LFVN. So let's do that when we get back to this break. We're also going to look at Wolf, the white shark.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. Remember yesterday we had a question come in. I believe it was from Nicholas. He was asking about U.S. government shutdowns and what type of impact it had on the S&P 500 or on the markets in general. And I said, geez, I just don't have the time right now to go back and look at all those incidents. And so, but what I did do is I opened up the CSNX charts, and sure enough, these guys had that in there as one of the elements. Now, over the last 97 years, there have been 20 shutdowns out there. And that's what this chart here is showing us, the reaction the market has during those 20 shutdowns. I don't think we're going to see that there, but anything can happen in these markets out here. But the interesting thing was it was really a one-day move to the downside, and then it was the markets moving to the upside out there. So just wanted to pass that on to you before we take a look at VST. VST, this is for McGuppy out here. He's looking for a longer-term entry. The monthly chart says, well, maybe you got that. Maybe you got it as it got down to the bottom of its profile, 106.50. Did we get that? Well, the weekly chart doesn't have anything to confirm that. We can see the A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. If you were to get a bullish reversal candle today, you would have a weekly Gartley buy pattern. So then you could have really 2 bottoming signals out there. We look for a third one coming from the daily time frame. We just don't have it. Oh, I take that back. You do. You have a buy the D point pattern that formed with this gap to the upside out here. So you've got the buy signal on the daily, maybe on the monthly, and you're just waiting for a further rally. You could get that bullish piercing candle today, but it needs to close a bit higher. Where it's going on a daily time frame should be 134.71. That's the top of its profile. That was ticker symbol VST. McGuppy also wanted to take a look at LFVN. So let's go live life and have fun. Where'd that come from? I don't know. That's what I came up with regard to LFVN. If we take a look at this right now, it's just consolidating inside its daily profile. And that daily profile's got resistance at 1696, and it is resistance because it's being tested today. It was tested yesterday. A close above that would be a bullish outcome for you. 2 consecutive closes above that, you'd have a profile change in trend out there. I'm not going to go look see if there's any other signal. We just know that 1696 is key resistance support, by the way, being at 1514. Weekly time frame, no bottoming signal. Price trading below its oscillator and change line, as well as profile support out there. What we've seen out here is really a series of lower highs. As long as that pattern remains out there for LFVN, we're likely going to go target 1280. 1280 is the TD9 count breakout level. And finally, when we take a look at the monthly time frame, the monthly time frame last month confirmed a sell the D point top. Price is trading with inside its profile. That profile is a wide one, 744 at support, 2516 at resistance. Right now, the next level of support with inside that profile is at 1372. That is its oscillator and change line. So that's what's going on. We're looking for a long-term entry out here. It may be down towards that 1280 level. It may be as the weekly time frame chart forms some type of TD9 count pattern out there. But from a longer-term standpoint, I don't see it just yet. Maybe your eyes see something different on my charts. When I shared information with you, got that consolidation on that daily time frame. White Shark wants to take a look at WOOD out there. L Woods. If we take a look at this, what do we have out here? So we've got a gap to the upside. On a daily basis, is this confirming anything? Let's go find out. So, Wood, a couple different things out here. No, it didn't make it down to its swing point, so we can't go there. We can draw in. We should draw in a better line. We should draw in the A to B. Yeah, that's not even A to B equals CD because that's too much of a retracement there. So we don't have an A to B equals CD pattern that I can see. So here's what we've got going on right now with Wood. The key level here to be watching White Shark is right now 76.59. Now, let's just take a look at this. The volume on that swing point that found support down there was back on March the 4th. The volume was 15 million shares. We closed it down with 1,745 shares yesterday. Holy shnikes. Okay. Well, that didn't confirm an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Okay. So inside of Wood, wow. It's trading below its oscillator and change line and profile support on a daily basis, but back above 76.59. On a rally, it should find resistance at 77.78. I'm not getting a great read out here, WS, on the daily time frame. The weekly time frame. Weekly time frame shows prices trading with inside its profile, its support zone or buy zone between 75.40 and 76.13. The monthly chart, you are now trading below profile support at 77.76. Of course, doesn't matter. Oh, Wolf, not Wood. Sorry about that. Okay, well, let's go take a Wolf. But with regard to Wood, it's trading below the monthly support level. Sorry about that, but thank you. Let's see if we get the charts here for Wolf fired up. You got a double out there. Thank you for catching that for me, Dan, and White Shark. So now we take a look at WOLF. The Wolfie one. TD9 count bottom. That formed last week out there. And Price is trying to get back inside his profile. To do that, it's going to need two consecutive closes above 575. Right now, that's acted as resistance today. If it can do that, then you could get up to the 685 level. Otherwise, you've got a TD9 count bottom with Price failing tested and rejected resistance out there, not necessarily the best thing. Weekly time frame has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom signal, with price also trading below profile support. Not ideal. The oscillator and change line is below price out there. A little odd. But I'd really have to go back and try to understand that. Doesn't matter. Right now, what price should do, because that bottom pattern, is get up towards 812. But 812 is insignificant right now, because if you can't get through 575, you're not going to get through 812. Wolf on a monthly time frame is completing a TD9 count bottom pattern this month out there. And its oscillator and change line, as you can see, has acted as a key level of resistance. I think the no-go zone is really the red oscillator and change line. And that means what you want to see out here on a monthly basis is a close above 587. If you get a close above 587, that combined with the weekly Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, the daily TD9 count pattern, Wolf definitely giving the signal that it's trying to form that it has formed a bottom. The question is, will it form that bottom out there? I don't know the answer to that, but it looks pretty good, with the exceptions of being unable to take out resistance levels out there. So hope that helps you out. Let's go take a look at the next request, which was a take a look at KR. And this is for Nicholas. Nicholas just put on a call position, I believe. Nicholas, you've got a new profile that has formed out here. That profile formed below price, ordinarily a bullish message out here. The profile support, or the top of the profile, really was what I should say, 64.60. Now, we're trading below the oscillator and change line. Not ideal. We're trading below this profile. It is ideal. It's neutral on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, don't have any kind of a topping pattern. Price remains above its oscillator and change line, as well as its green oscillator and change line. The same condition on the monthly time frame chart. Both of those are good and bullish. Both of those are in breakout mode. The weekly, though, or the daily's got that Rhodes momentum indicator top out here. And just a bit concerned that this may want to get back to the 64.60 level out there. So watch that, Nicholas, and thanks so much for writing in. Hopefully, and have a fantastic weekend. So we get back from this break. I don't have any other requests, so maybe that's a good thing. We'll find something to take a look at. Or maybe we'll just reminisce about one of Stevie's favorite tournaments, the TPC. I have a lot of experience playing that course up in Jacksonville, Florida. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. I found what we needed to, which is a nice morsel of information to leave you with, and that is the TD9 counts for the 2-hour time frame charts for the ES Mini, the NQ, and the Dow. They will form bar number 9 in less than 6 minutes. Of course, the top of that pattern can form in the bar following bar number 9, but this is the time to be cautious out here. The sellers, if the sellers are lurking, well, then they're going to take action between 12 noon and 2 p.m. as those TD9 counts complete inside of the ES Mini. So I moved down here in 1983. I think the TPC course was built 80, 81, 82, something like that. In that stage, it was the vision of Dean Beeman to create this amazing stadium course and to continue on with that. What they offered to Florida residents, people that lived in Florida but not in Duval County, was they provided great deals on membership. So I was a member of the TPC course for over a decade. Then my best friend's wife became Dean Beeman's executive assistant out there. Then John became a full-time member out there. So he played in all the member guest tournaments. Now, Dean Beeman, member guest tournaments at the TPC are way different than any place else. At least they were under his stewardship. There was no gambling. They did not allow gambling. So there was no Calcuttas. There was no nothing out there. And it was really kind of a weird format. But amazing course. One of my favorite courses of all time. And the reason is because you have to be so focused. You have to. It is a target golf course. It's really an iron golf course, I like to think of it. It's really about all the iron play out there. And so that membership, that no longer exists, which is really too bad, Dan. I checked into playing up there probably about a year ago or so up at the TPC. Thought maybe we just take a weekend and head up there. And they were asking $600 a round, which is kind of insane out there. But in any event, folks, have a fantastic Friday, a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining me this week. And I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. Take care. Be safe out there.